Hi, all. This is Dr. J, Spike and Friends, streaming live from
Long,
Long
long,
Island, New York, where the
Long
weather,
Island.
where the weather was pleasant today.
Oh my God! I was able to stay outside for hours,
Dr. J, moi.
and I am Spike.
Spike is the, and friends hopefully will come on.
Yeah, well, let's see if we have some friends. I mean, we have some friends coming and joining us every now and then for our feed,
Yeah,
which is
I
always
mean,
fun.
that's Clarence. How you doing, friend?
Oh, there we go. We got some
There's
friends now.
Dustin, I missed you last week. I'm sorry. I apologize. You came on late, I guess.
Hello.
All right.
Clarence.
So we have two friends appearing already. And
Perfect.
I don't know for sure that Rosie can make it tonight, but we'll hopefully she can. So I wanted to start by talking a little sports. I mean, it really bummed me that Las
Sorry.
Vegas had the audacity to make Houston 240, 200. That was the spread.
240, 200.
If you wanted to lay Houston, you had to lay 240 to make 100.
240. That's yeah, those are some heavy odds.
2.4 to 1.
That's more than 3 to 1.
No, 2.4 to 1.
Oh, 2.4 to 1. All right, you're right. It's more than. So they're presuming 30%. They're presuming a bigger percentage.
Yeah. And if you wanted Washington, you got 2 to 1 odds.
Right. So they were doing right. They were doing
So 100 would get you 3. Right.
So it was about a 70-30 split that they thought.
Yeah, look at the difference how they make it on the VIG. I mean, the VIG is huge.
Oh yeah, whenever you add up those two numbers, if that number is bigger than 100, then the implied probabilities are so much higher, and then they're getting their taste. They're getting their wick speed.
Let's tell Lynn how much we love her. Lynn, we love you.
Oh, good evening, Lynn.
We love
you
Lynn.
too.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling is certainly mutual, Lynn. Okay, so
Definitely is. So big news is Washington's surprise.
Put a big bet for the Astros. Oh my goodness!
To get 4 out of the next 5.
Oh my goodness!
That's a tall order
against the team that's going to go 5.
God shining down on them.
4 or 5.
Well, you think Washington will pull it off, and
yeah, Washington will sweep again. I mean, they're hot. It's
unbelievable. They have yet to lose in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they did. They lost to the Dodgers. They won in Game 5, right?
Okay, fine.
But they swept.
But that was the loss was a pretty early loss.
Boom! It's going to happen. Dustin is not giving up. Well, you have the best second baseman in the history of baseball, doggone it.
Yep.
The mighty Might. I mean, the giant little guy, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. Well,
he reminds me of Mighty Mouse. Do you remember?
Now we got to call him the Yankee Killer too.
Do you remember Mighty Mouse?
Of course.
Saturday
come to save the day.
He saves the day. Altuve saves the day.
Well, like I said, not if you're a Yankee fan.
Oh, Girardi going to Philadelphia. That doesn't help the Mets.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, maybe with somebody who's just going to look at a crystal ball instead of working on past experience.
For Dustin's sake, I hope Greinke sets him down. Greinke's could be a top picture, but Sanchez is no slouch. He looked like a killer against St. Louis. He wasn't giving up nada.
Nah. Yeah, no, I mean,
we have the peanut gallery. Let's quickly go through one of my favorite topics: the top 2 all-time greats in every sport.
It's pretty funny because my son asked me to name an Astro besides Altuve,
and you could.
So I said Nolan Ryan. It's the best I can come up with.
Should answer.
And he is an ex-Met.
How about Alex Bregman? He's been the best player in baseball for the last 2 months.
Well, man, yeah.
All right. Anyway,
So all right. So who is your pick? Let's start with football. Who's your pick for the best 2 football players
I'll tell you
ever?
what. Can you write down in the notes sec? Can you write a comment? Write a comment with Dr. J's picks and your picks. Baseball. I'm going to go with Ruth number 1 and Willie Mays number 2.
Wow, Ruth
I mean,
and
there's so many you can pick.
yeah, no, baseball is tough. I mean, again, at the time I was in the early days I was a Yankee fan, so I would go Mantle.
Mine.
Excuse me.
Ruth and Mays.
Oh, you're writing them down.
Yeah, you write down yours.
Well, let's put it this way. Ruth and Mays. Oh, you actually able to do that.
Put it in writing. I want
that comment.
Can you put it in writing?
I missed you there.
Spike is frozen.
Well, there we go. We're better now.
For a moment, your picture froze.
Yeah, for a second. I mean, already my picture's doing some very, very great stuff.
Clarence, you can all answer this question. Everyone can answer this question.
All right.
The top 2.
So you're saying Ruth and Mays. Well, I have to go.
Obviously, I don't remember Ruth, but I do remember Say Hey Kid, and he was unbelievable.
I mean, if I would say Lou Gehrig only because I like the movie.
Well, you could go with Ruth and Gehrig. That makes sense.
Am I still coming in and out, or am I okay?
Yeah, your mic is a little iffy.
Your picture is interesting, and my picture's a little iffy. This is too iffy. Let me do a little. Let me see if I can't do a little recon here to make things look a little bit better.
Meanwhile, Lynn, Dustin, Clarence, all invited to write down your picks for baseball.
Oh yeah, please.
All time, in your opinion.
We'd love to hear your opinion.
All right, let me add you back to the screen. What happened? I removed you? And you should be back. I don't know where you are.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get onto a better network. Let's see, does this help at all?
No, I don't see you at all.
Not at all. There we go.
Well,
I'm a little better. I'm a little better here.
Well, it's fine. At least I got you. You're not putting down your answer. You're not committing.
No, see, I'm not very good with technology.
Just type the doggone thing in the bottom.
Oh, I see. Oh well, I'm doing this on an iPad. Does this thing even have a bottom? Let's see. No, I didn't have a place to type. My job was. Oh, here it is. Look at that. All right. So I actually didn't know what to say besides Mickey Mantle.
So write Mickey Mantle. That's not a bad.
All right, Mickey Mantle. I mean, if I knew anything about Cal Ripken, I'd say he was the other one, or Carl Yastrzemski. But why would I do something for Boston?
You can make a case for Cal Ripken. You can make a case for Williams, Ted Williams. You can make.
You could make a case for Ted Williams.
Or 400.
That's true.
Best guy to hit 400. Not to mention it.
That's true. You know something? Like I said, the reason I was going to pick Gehrig was because he was a Yankee, and also because I really liked that movie, The Pride of the Yankees.
He was
much better than I liked the Babe Ruth movie. The Babe Ruth story I thought was boring.
Well, that's a good reason.
I used to love baseball movies, but not that one.
Type anything in. I don't care what you pick. Type it in.
Hey, I tried. Didn't you? Let me see. It says private chat. That's why nobody could see.
Oh, I see. You did do it?
Yeah, it says Mantle Gehrig.
Lynn says McCovey is
McCovey.
Your cousin.
All right.
Well, Willie McCovey was nothing short of sensational at first base.
Right.
Maybe not a Lou Gehrig, but he was certainly sensational ball player.
I mean, we could always talk about Frank Robinson from the
Frank
Orioles.
Robinson is no slouch.
No, I know.
You see what she did? That was very
Oh,
nice.
look at that! Yeah, wow. Somebody really knows that
Very,
technology.
very nice.
Very pretty.
Yeah. Willie McCovey.
McCovey's her cousin. Wow.
Lynn, you got to send us his autograph, man. That's some.
Hank Aaron from Dusty. Wow, you guys really know how to use this technology. I'm
Is
sitting there
Hank
losing it
Aaron.
over here.
You know, he only led the home run leader for how many years till Barry Bonds sort of beat him?
Well, Clarence is going with the low hanging fruit, so to speak. With
You know, Henry, I saw Henry play in person. He was graceful. I saw him in Ebbets Field. I saw him in.
Who's this?
I saw him played against the Yankees in the World Series. I saw him a number of times. He was sensational, graceful ball player, great arm, great fielder, and probably underrated. I like that pick, Hank Aaron. Let's see who his
okay.
was. His first was Ruth.
Like I said, Clarence is saying strawberry.
Clarence said strawberry?
Yep.
Strawberry is certainly up there, right?
I'd say.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Met fan, you kind of have to say strawberry, right?
Yes.
Even if you're a Yankee fan.
A lot sooner than I would say Max Sasser or
well, would you say strawberry or Piazza? Who would you say was better?
Oh man, I would pick strawberry over Piazza.
And would you pick him over Tom Seaver?
Yeesh. You know something? You know, when you go with pitchers, you know you're only talking about one thing. You're not talking about the day to day. So I think this is why, if you notice, everybody here was people who batted every day and got out there.
Well, if you want to exclude pictures, exclude pictures.
Talking about my favorites or the best ones in history. I would not go to pitchers first. Although when we do football later, I will do quarterbacks because they do play every game.
So Cabinet Guy thinks Ruth and Big Papi. Oh, Big Papi.
Ruth when he was on the Red Sox. That's funny.
That is funny. He was a great pitcher as well.
Oh yeah, back in those days. So I was told.
And Big Papi, wow.
Big Papi, yeah, that's a good choice. I like that.
I love him now and as a commentator.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's an all-time great, but
well, you know, he was fun. He was fun for the last couple of years.
If you're a Boston Red Sox fan, what's wrong with Carl Yastrzemski?
Yastrzemski, yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with Carl Yastrzemski. All right, let's get to a different. Quickly, we'll do a few more football. Two.
All right, again, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with quarterbacks. Joe Montana.
Okay, go with quarterbacks.
I'm going to go with Joe Montana. He's always been my favorite since I was watching football.
Number one.
Right.
He only won 3 Super Bowls in the 80s. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. You know, and
look,
going back.
Goes with. He goes
going back. I would say Terry.
Wait a second. He's right. If you like Montana, you got to like Jerry Rice.
Oh, of course. You're right. You can't have one without the other.
I don't think so.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah. And I can't go past Brady. I'll have to go along with
reluctantly.
Cabinet Guy's pick, I'm sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, reluctantly, you have to put him in there.
I have to.
Yeah. So what about Peyton? You got to keep Peyton in.
Peyton Manning is number 2. Let's face it. There's nobody in their class.
Right. I mean, if you had maybe have to choose between Montana and Peyton, I'd be hard pressed.
Yeah, but you know, in terms of the record book, you got to go with Peyton.
Yeah. I mean, just
Super Bowl wins and spectacular play. Montana's up there.
Oh yeah. Well, like you said, it takes 2 to tango, and so you can't say Montana without Jerry Rice. I'm
going to put down the obvious for myself: Brady and Manning. And
there you go.
Not Archie Manning.
Not Archie Manning.
Not Archie.
And not Eli yet. Maybe when he gets his resurgence.
The Peyton Manning.
The painting that.
Or Eli. Dustin says I could include Eli. No, I don't think so, Dustin.
Well, like I said, after he gets his second win,
Yeah.
we'll see what he can do.
All right, let's pick one or two more sports. How about soccer?
You got me. You got me there. I only know one name, and that was Pele, because that was the only name that I knew as an American.
You don't have to go. You don't have to know any more names.
And this new guy, Messi
and Pele.
Yeah. So maybe I do know something.
The only other one you could even consider is Rolando.
Right.
Pele.
You don't think anybody's going to say Beckham?
I don't think anybody's going to say anybody else besides those two names. Period.
Yeah, well, I'm an American. What do I know from that?
Well, you know that Pele, I remember Pele. He would dribble past anybody. He did tricks with his feet that nobody else could do.
Right. And he was on the New York Cosmos, and they were like giving away free tickets to Yankee Stadium.
He was about 100. He was 100 years old when he played for the Cosmos.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, so what's he now? 150?
Probably something like that. Let's go with one more sport, basketball.
Basketball. I mean, obviously Jordan, right? So it's like
All right, MJ.
So then the question is, who's number 2? And it's not Patrick Ewing.
Okay. Not Patrick Ewing.
Not Patrick Ewing, in my opinion.
Okay.
How many people are Bird fans out there?
How about LeBron? I mean, it's hard to go.
You know, it really is hard to say no to LeBron. Is right. Absolutely.
Messi and my kid. She plays for Castleton. Wow. That guy has got a soccer player in the family, and his daughter. Wow.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
That is some sport. You know, they when the kids were doing that when I was younger, they made us play, and I'm like, this is a hard sport. You know, they made us learn. They made us dribble back to each other and do those spins. I was like,
so Dustin,
I got to teach my kid how to do this. I can't even do it myself.
Agrees with us on Michael Jordan, but Clarence says Clyde Drexler.
Interesting.
How about the guy from Boston, the center, Bill Russell?
Bill Russell. Wow.
I'm going to say him.
You know, the funny thing is that, right, in a way, it's a completely different sport when Bill Russell played than when LeBron plays. I would say
Russell and MJ.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think anybody's going to mention Stefan 10, 15 years from now?
That they'll mention who? Stephen Curry?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He's not an all-time great. He's maybe a top 20.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting. I sort of feel the same way. You know, I mean, it's like a local phenom that people might forget after a couple of seconds.
The best in basketball today is probably KD.
Yep.
Jordan and Bird. Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
You can't knock Bird.
No.
Of course.
You remember Kevin guy's a little bit biased.
You expect him to come up with a Boston.
Oh, yeah, Julius Erving. But I said cabinet guy, like I said, he must be. He's definitely going to go with Bird over anybody.
I'm supposed to say Dr. J. I am Dr. J.
Oh, that's right. You know, it's funny when you do this search on YouTube for Dr. J and Spike. There's like some obscure. I think there's some obscure Pepsi commercial or something with Dr. J and Spike.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to get to share screen so we can do stocks.
Yeah, because like you said, CVM had a little bit of.
CVM had a hit today. Because of
cannabis. Cannabis was doing good. I got nailed on my VIX. I mean, again, volatility means nothing. It's not a volatility index. It's a short on the market. I
think you and I should deserve a pat on the back for our call on pot having bottomed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what it seems to look like. So you want to start with CVM and then
do
the cannabis one?
ATNM. I certainly will. It's been popping every day. It's gone from 19 cents to like 38 cents down to 34 cents. Very nice one if you got in at 20 cents, Lynn. But I doubt that you got in that low. Unfortunately, most of the ATNM shareholders are bag holders at this point.
Holding the bag?
Yeah, holding the bag. All right. Leave those
Yeah.
alone. Scott.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So yeah, we don't like 2 times, 3 times, any of that stuff. That we don't like.
Well, right now, I'm a dog, but maybe in about a month or two, I'll be a hero. We'll
You
see.
never know.
Well, you know how like one of the things I was saying before about these stocks, that when we do the from January on, every stock looks so great because there was such a bottom at the beginning of the year, and so I always argue we should do a full 1 year. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we had one of those in February 1 year, and then the next year we had it in January. So
Yeah.
there's a part of me that thinks that there's going to be another one in December. That we're hitting this 11-month cycle, and that that we're just poised for some sort of bottoming. This is
Well,
just me. This is just me being superstitious.
if you look at the Dow, it's flirting with the bottom of its channel, but at the same time, it's adhering to support. The
Right.
support, very strong support at 26.7, and it's adhering to that. It's also finished today back inside the channel. What I don't like is the 50 hovering with the 100. They're too
You look at that.
close. And they've been close like that. They've been like
About a week.
lovers for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from this state on, they've been
Right.
married. From 1010, they got married. I
So
think it's
right. So the
time.
question is, if there's going to be a divergence, which way is it going to go?
I want it to go up. I want us to get to new highs. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't like this togetherness. They're a little too friendly. I
Right.
don't love it. I mean,
Well,
it's not the end
where's the
all
200
people.
notice?
I can. Today, I was tasting new highs. I really was. I felt really, really good. Did we take out this top?
Right.
27.18. Did we go above that? We went as high as 27.15. So I don't love that we couldn't take out this high.
Right.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest, but what makes me feel better is the adherence to this low at 27,000. As long as it adheres to this bottom, this support line, I don't see any problem. If it goes below that, we have a support almost immediately at the 50. Well, not
Right.
quite.
No.
So, but you have one very strong support here, probably strong support here. It'll take a lot of bad news to get it to go below this line, below the 50. I think even to break 27,000, not 27,000, 26.7,
26
right?
from the top. Yeah.
26.7. This is a strong support at 26.7. All right, so I'd like to see it continue to adhere to this line. I think it will. I'm still bullish for Dow. No reason to change. It's just taking longer than I would have liked. Probably, if not for all
Well,
the geopolitical.
and just something worth mentioning was that these flirtings with the highs and these bouncing off the highs was happening despite the fact that a lot of people were bearish on what was that on Boeing, and a lot of people were bearish on I think an Amazon pullback and
Amazon,
maybe even some Facebook. So I mean, so in a way, the fact that these that the overall indices could sort of survive despite these little hits is somewhat hopeful. But like I said,
yeah.
I'm going to hold hope maybe for the month of November. And then by the end of November, I'm really going to take a look and see.
What do you think? What do you think? I'm very disturbed that we didn't cross this high from 726 on the S&P. We couldn't go past, what is it, 3,000, or did we go past it?
Well, we're flirting with the record. The question is there going to be a bounce there?
3,027.98.
Right.
Did we go past it? Let's see. 3,027.39, pennies away. So right now, if it stays like this, it doesn't go higher tomorrow, we have a really strong looking double top. That's all we have, a double top. And if it backs off below this candle here, I don't like, I think there's trouble. So if it backs down below 29.91, I wouldn't be too happy. That's only 33, 34 points.
Well, I mean, you, right now you're dancing on the head of a pin.
Yes, I want to cross that. I want to take out this high very, very badly. That would make me, Dr. J, sleep better at night. Along with
looks like a real Christmas tree. Like I say, that's what I'm saying before about this volatility. If there was a really pure, I'm lamenting because there's no pure volatility play.
Yeah. Well, let's do ATNN for ATNN.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For Lynn. Any cousin of Willie McCovey. Wow, Willie McCovey. I remember him so well. I wasn't really a Giant fan, but I loved Willie McCovey. How could you not? Just like Willie Mays. I mean, he was a tremendous ball player. Power hitter, great fielder. Was he a lefty? I can't remember. I think he might have been a lefty. A lot of great lefty first basemen.
Well, yeah, that's you need that if you want to do it right.
Joe Pepitone, Keith Hernandez.
I was just looking at some of the comments while you were doing some charting. Greg was saying UG of a GHSI.
GHSI.
Is that another green stock?
I don't know, but let me do ATNM one at a time.
Right, exactly.
I also want to look at Geron, and I want to look at.
Well, we should look at CBM also. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
since that's been one of the ones that we were on for a while.
And I really want to go back to Curaleaf, even though that one is the only one that didn't do well this week. I still want to look at it.
Yeah, there was a slight conversation that I caught on with Kramer talking about the pot stocks. Curaleaf was one of the ones he was talking about, but at the time, it wasn't extremely complimentary. At least what he had to say.
Well, okay, when Kramer turns thumbs down, it's probably the time to buy. So. Actinium Pharmaceuticals. Oh man, look at that green candle. Ooh, you gotta love it.
Oh boy. That's
some monster candle. And it got stopped by the 200.
Right.
Only to go higher the next day, namely today. Even though it gave up a lot, I don't know. It did give up a lot. I don't like it. I don't like that.
Well, I mean, there had to be big news. Look at the volume.
You know what I think? Knowing this particular stock depends a lot on Monday, because I think the fundamental story was that the CEO was scheduling a conference call to give interim phase 3 results on Monday. I don't know if I'm right or not.
I got you. So people are just jumping in anticipation of something.
Perhaps, but
Well, yeah, because that's not right there is not a technical. That's a fundamental, right?
Yeah, but
that's from somebody reading the news.
Technically, I would look to get halfway back to this candle.
Right.
If I wanted an entry point. Because today looked very weak, I wouldn't be rushing it. If I wanted to add,
you think you're talking about this pullback here?
Yeah, I think it'll continue.
Well, maybe that was just a little quick profit taking also. Again, like you said, maybe in anticipation of losers.
Somewhere around here. Let's pull it up a little bit.
Somebody's making a gambling market out of this.
Yeah, and also
buy and sell, buy and sell.
Why would the CEO string people along like that, other than it sounds like a pump and dump type thing?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he had to be sitting on results, and on something like Wednesday, he announces it Monday. What for?
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me. So when things don't make sense, I stay away. Unless there's some kind of update in the news that I don't know about, because I
Right.
don't really follow this much. I followed it a little bit because of Lynn, I actually looked. But look
Right.
at this line that I drew. Is this a beautiful point to pull back to? Is this not? Look at all these hot tops.
Yeah.
Look at all these hits right here.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
This is so beautiful a spot to pull back to. 27, what is that? 27 and change.
Right. Now let me ask you a question. If it went below that, would you step into this, Miras, or not?
No, I'd rather, well, maybe a little bit, but I'd wait for the turnaround. So if it went down here, I'd want to buy it above this line.
Right.
So it's fine, let it go down there. I would want to buy it above. So I would kind of wait and watch it if I really wanted to back in on this. I owned it. I sold it at about 30 something pennies, maybe 40. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a hit on this one. I took a hit today on Amazon, but not as bad a hit as it looked like.
You know, that's all fleeting. You know, that's something you invest for the long term.
Yeah. Lynn, any questions on this before I go to the next one? I want to go to jour.
Well, Lynn was, oh yeah, okay, right. So which one are you gonna do, Curaleaf, or you gonna do CVM?
I want to do jour.
Oh, John, okay.
Jour has an interesting shot. Interesting in that it took out this high. I like that. I mean, this is a nice series of higher highs. This high was taken out by this, taken out again here. So we have a couple, a higher high and a higher high, a higher low.
A high
This
ho.
is a nice little bullish formation from this date on. It looks like it really hit a bottom here.
Right.
At $1.29. So this looks like a strong bottom, and we're on the way. I mean, the next high to take out is this one at $1.64.
Right.
Takes that out. It looks really good. And you know, why it's going up so much when it just started the trial and it takes a long time for phase 3 to complete, and and you don't know whether the results are going to be strong enough. There's a lot of reasons to hesitate, but the chart's looking good. The fundamentals are not as good as the chart right now. Chart's looking nice. Nice ascending line. Chart looks very nice to me. That's why I wanted to look at it.
Very good.
All right. Let's take a quick look at CVM.
Because you're saying that you took a little bit of a hit there, or some.
Yeah, yesterday it fell apart because of a blogger whose name I won't mention.
Oh, again, this is that same situation again, huh?
The same.
Would somebody doing this every 2 weeks?
Well, what happened is they get high. You know, a hired hitman. That's what they like. Paladin. Paladin was the gun. What was he? Paladin was the hired gun.
Yes, have gun will travel.
Gun will travel. So this guy is a paladin for the shorts. Gets hired to attack. And you can always come up with reasons to attack.
Looking at the chart, he's been very successful.
Yes, he's good at it. But the good news is it held the 200 very well, as it did here.
Understood.
So it's not gone below the 200. It's adhered to the 200. So that's good. It did what it's supposed to. It went down quite a bit, came back nicely, finished the day pretty nice, didn't give back too much. There's a little candle, but I like it. It's heading in the right direction. I see $7 and above, probably a run back to the 100 at what is it, 766. I see that easily happening next week. So next week we test 100.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on that because remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about going from 8.5 to 9 on this stock.
Yeah, I still think that's in the realm
And
of.
so I mean, maybe once we clear this, but now
Yeah,
it's like all right, let's see if we can't even get back close to 8 or 7 and
yeah,
change.
this is a very nice swing trade to come in here at 690 or so, looking for
Well,
at
look, if
least.
you think this is somewhat just noise and some manipulation, right? We're really getting close to that 200. You're right. It might be a good time to get in.
Well, as I tweeted out, the CEO the same day that this blogger went crazy on Thursday, the CEO sent a letter to shareholders that was so beautiful, so encouraging, and then out comes this blast,
Mm-hmm.
So I trust the CEO over this paid blogger.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. I would
Yeah.
I would look for the bounce.
A bounce off that black line's the 200, right?
Yeah, I think we bounced to the blue line to the 50, 813.
A bounce up to 8. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like some upside potential in there.
Yeah, I
Should
think the swing trade from 7 to 8 is you could
yeah. So,
salivate over that.
something worth playing with.
Yeah. How much time? How are we doing on time? Another 10 minutes, maybe?
Sure.
All right, so let's do
We were looking at a couple of them before.
curl left, curl left.
Right. You wanted to do Cureleaf, but then Greg was sort of bumming out about GHSI, so I thought maybe it would work.
I will do GHSI for Greg coming up after this one.
Okay, yeah, Cureleaf is definitely worth looking at. I mean,
Yeah,
I on the little one that I had, it was a pretty decent week. I guess people are starting to do a bit of a turnaround on these
it went up
marijuana
30%.
stocks.
It went up from $1 to $1.30, right? That's a nice pop.
Nothing to cough at.
No, very nice pop. I almost bought it at around that $1.03, but I don't know why I didn't. Almost don't count.
Yes, horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
So, what do you think is this a double bottom or is this?
It looks that way, doesn't it?
It's a little bit of a turn, an upturn. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah,
Right?
this looks like a definite double bottom here. I mean, it tried to go lower, could fail, and we have this bottom holds. Looks like a triple bottom. Well, let's not go overboard. We'll call it a double bottom.
Okay.
Double bottom. And the RSI was flirting pretty low with 30, not quite 30, but it's low. So it's almost officially an oversold territory. I like it. I like it right here. I think we get a test of the 50 easy, 671 easy. I think this is a phenomenal trade. Like anything else, if it goes below this low, you lost your swing. So 516 would be
well, I mean,
like $5.
It's a little bit of an uptick there, right? That led less little blips.
Sell. Your stop loss is $5. You're in at 540, and your take profit is at least $6.
Six, yeah, about that.
Very nice swing trade with potential to go much higher. The executive director or the director of the board of directors, the executive director, whatever it's called, he bought 100,000 shares at about 8.5, 8.6 a little while ago. That's almost $1 million worth of stock, right?
Was that a donation?
No, I think he shows a lot of confidence because he bought it at the market.
Right.
So that's an unusual buy by an insider, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, especially if there's any inkling that these kind of lows would be tested.
I like this one. I like this one for the short term. I like this one for the intermediate term. I like this one for the long term. I
Do you
just
see
like
this guy
this.
as a bellwether for the rest of the marijuana, or do you just see this as a sort of a just that each of them has their own story?
Say that again?
I said, when we start looking at this, I mean, like I said, I noticed that CNBC, when they were talking about marijuana, they stayed mostly here, as opposed to like floating around between one stock and another. So my question to you is it one single story that Curaleaf tells, or is it a bunch of different stories?
No, no. Curaleaf, what I like about it is it's a producer. It grows the stuff. It manufactures it and it sells it. So it's vertically integrated. They
Right.
got the largest footprint in the United States. They got the most stores in the most states, and I know you like a Canadian-based company better, but they're Massachusetts-based, and Massachusetts isn't that far from Canada,
Right.
geographically, right?
Yeah. No. Like I said, the only reason I would even think about Canada more than an American company is just for the industry experience. But
Well, if you like
but
Canadian pot stocks, you like Canopy Growth, and you like
right.
Kronos, and you like Tilray, and you like Aurora.
Right. So but I don't think that those guys have different looking charts, though, don't they?
By the way, I like them all, every one
Yeah.
of them that I just rattled off. I like Kronos the best, better than this even. All right, so what's the next? Greg's stock is
GHSI. Was what
A.
he at least mentioned it with an UG next to it.
All right.
So
How you doing there, Greg? You missed our baseball discussion. All right, so it's really finding support at the 50. Look at that. I like that. I like this. I'd love to see that because basically it's saying I ain't going down. I'm only going to go up. I'm not going below the 50, and the 50 is starting to curve up. I like.
that is interesting, but well, they're marrying each other right there, right? So when you see that, do you automatically think bounce?
Say that again. It's gone below over here.
No, over here, like you're looking at before we were talking about the 100 and the 200 and the 50.
Well,
Pretty
there's
much
only a picture. All I see is the 50 and the 100.
right. I'm saying the
There's
price
no
itself.
There's no 200 because it hasn't been public long enough, I
Right.
guess.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I see a test of the 100 at about this should be resistance at about 84 cents. I think we're going to move up from here because all these tries to bust the 50 failed. You're looking at about 20 attempts, right? I like it
Well,
to
yeah,
go
like I
up.
said, it seems like it's just riding it like a
No,
tractor.
I'll tell you something. It doesn't go on forever. At some point it's going to go up. It's not go. It doesn't want to go down. When they don't go down, they go up. They don't sit there forever.
Right.
And
Yeah, I guess you only have two.
Especially these pennies. The after hours, I don't know what the heck that means, if anything. Probably nothing. That would be bad if it was on heavy volume or something. Then it's some kind of fundamental that I don't know what the heck is going on. But based on this chart, I would think it's
On
worth
the
a
upward
small.
moves, there's a lot of volume, and then right now, while it's riding the moving average, the volumes are extremely low. But there's a little bit of a
Yeah.
flip, but yeah.
I mean, this wasn't a great candle though, because it's basically tiny. It's basically a doji that looks more like a greystone doji than anything else. I don't love this candle, even though it had decent.
It looks to me like
volume.
kissing your sister.
The last 3 days we're not bullish, but I think it's an interesting play.
All right. Well,
And
it's certainly worth looking at again.
Greg always has good fundamental reasons why you should be in it. So maybe he can
Well,
share.
Well, if you didn't say the word "ug" next to it,
All right, so
it might have been. I go in when people say "ug" and they give me a stock name. I'm expecting to see.
one more. Amazon.
Oh, I just won $1 million.
Gotta look at Amazon. Amazon is one of those stocks that I buy no matter what. So I bought on the dip today.
Yeah, no, today was a good buying opportunity, I would say. If you're in
I
that
could
stock
not
for long haul.
resist it, Spike. I couldn't resist it. I didn't buy at the bottom. I'm not that smart. I bought around here,
Right.
somewhere right around here.
A lot of,
But look where I finished.
yeah, no, could have.
We had a beautiful finish. After hours, a little weak, but I don't put much stock in after hours.
Right.
Now the problem with Amazon is everything is inverted. The 50 cross the 200 death cross.
Right.
The 50 cross the 100. The 50 is trading below the 200, which is trading, well, at least it's got that right. The 100 is above the 200.
Right.
But this was a nasty crossover. It usually implies a big down move. And we got it. We got it over with one day. And look, it held this low. Did not
Well, where did it close? It closed at 1761, right?
The low was 1685 on 10-3. If it gone below that, I might have bailed. Instead, I bought. So I'm very happy that it didn't go below that low. I love Amazon. I mean, with all the breakup talk, I like it even more.
You know something? Yeah, people were saying, at some point, see, I certainly like it better than Facebook. They were saying, this whole thing with AWS, that, really, forget about being a retailer. It's a logistics play, almost like Walmart could have been. Where you just instead of selling Chinese shoes, sell your computer programs.
The thing that's bad about Amazon is everybody in the world wants to break them up. Trump doesn't like Bezos. We talked about that. Bezos has no love for Trump as well. And then we're looking at the Democrats. They want to break up Amazon because they're putting.
But like you said, the pieces might each of the little pieces might have some real value.
Sure, just like when they busted up Ma Bell into the baby Bell.
It took a little while. It took a little to find what was baby and what was bathwater.
Yeah, I mean the shareholders made out like bandits. Lucent ran to 100. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Until it didn't.
Until it didn't.
You asked me when I got in.
What was it called? Lulu? Lulu was the symbol?
What? You talk about Lucent when it was Lucent
was
Technologies?
It
It wasn't LUX. No, it was something else.
I think it was just LU.
Yes, LU. That's correct.
But I think they
well, like I said, if they do break this thing up, I would probably stay with the AWS, that part of it, and stay away from the retailer and stay away from the food. Personally, because these they're pretty much outsourcing so much of it. Not outsourcing. They're reselling all of their logistics. It's like you go to some podunk little retailer, and then you go to their shopping cart, and it looks like Amazon's.
I have to apologize a little bit to Shab, one of my followers who gave me a direct message and stock twits. When would be a good time to get back into Amazon?
No.
And I gave him
yesterday.
I gave him a tongue-in-cheek response. I said at the low of the day. Well, obviously you don't know what the low of the day is.
Yeah, right. So that's right. It's like trying to find the middle of a chain.
Yeah, I was kidding around, but I hope he didn't take offense.
Oh, it is funny, in this sort of dry, humorless way.
Dry humor.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like I try telling my students some of those jokes, and they think I'm crazy.
I explained that I was trying to be funny.
Right.
So
I tell my students the one about the analyst who drowned in a pool with an average depth of 2 inches.
Yeah.
And they look at me like, "Oh, remember the U.S. Steel breakup?" That worked out well for everybody.
Who's the best stock analyst that you can remember? The best stock analyst that you can remember.
Stock analyst that I can remember?
Yeah.
I wasn't much. You think about Jeffrey Ruckhauser? What's his name? Louis Ruckhauser.
Louis Ruckhauser. Friday night. He was on Friday night at 7:30. And the name of the show was Wall Street Week, and he was funny as hell.
Yeah, that guy knew stuff.
Funnier than Dr. J.
You're right.
But I'm funnier than Seinfeld. I find him very not funny.
Really?
If Seinfeld is a show about nothing, we're a show about anything and everything. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to say goodnight to everybody.
Yeah, I think we got one more little remark here from Clarence. Oh, yeah, Josh Matthews is good. Very straightforward. No
Josh
disagreements.
Matthews, yes. But you know who I liked? Who called the big sell-off in the what was it, 80? When did we have that big crash? 87?
Oh,
No,
yes.
1980.
You going for 83? That wasn't it?
Maybe. I can't remember exactly,
Right.
but he called that big crash that brought us down to about 600 on the Dow. I think it was Crazy Joe Granville. He was very good. Crazy
Yeah, you
Joe.
see. I don't think I even had money then. Not like now.
Good night, all. Let's say sayonara, shalom, au revoir, arrivederci, and ciao. Streaming live from Long Island, New York. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, give us a thumbs up. What else?
Sounds good.
You want to add anything?
Yeah. Don't take our advice. We're just talking. Well,
As always, do your own due diligence.
Yeah.
Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. And the same goes for all of our friends. K Cool Pack. Do you follow Synexus? I don't follow it, but I'm going to because
We'll take a look at that for certain.
Are you
Thank you, Lynn.
JK
Thank you, Clarence.
from Twitter?
Oh, it's right. You have to give you a handle. Somebody asked your handle. Clarence asked your handle.
Uh-huh.
I don't do
By
that
the way,
stuff. I'm not
don't
good with
forget,
technology.
my Twitter handle is @YourChess, and my stock twits is @YourChess, and I'm making us a page on Facebook. I'm working on it.
And then, always during the YouTubes, there's nice conversations I've noticed.
Yeah, well, sometimes we get some nice comments on YouTube. You're
Yeah.
encouraged to write comments. Au revoir.
Yeah, those are fun.
Until next week, I'll be back with a midweek report on Wednesday. I do a little solo.
Yeah. Definitely worth watching.
All right. Good night,
Got
all.
to see my ugly pony. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.